The world's most powerful electric hypercar, the BYD U9 Xtreme, lines up against Ferrari's hybrid masterpiece, the SF90 Stradale. One is a silent assassin from China, packing nearly 3,000 horsepower. The other is the pride of Italy, blending V8 thunder with electric precision. Who wins when the future collides with tradition? What happens next will shock you. On one side, a car that just smashed the 300-mile-per-hour barrier, faster than a Formula One car, faster than a Bugatti Chiron, faster than anyone thought possible for a street legal machine. On the other, the Ferrari SF90, a car that represents 75 years of racing heritage, cutting-edge hybrid tech, and the soul of Maranello. It's a clash of philosophies. Raw electric power versus refined hybrid magic. Let's be real. 6 months ago, if someone told you a Chinese electric car would make a Ferrari look slow, you'd have laughed them out of the room. But today, the BYD U9 Xtreme is rewriting the rulebook. 4 motors, 3,000 horsepower, a suspension system that looks like it came from a science fiction movie, and a top speed that's not just a number, it's a warning shot to the entire industry. But don't count Ferrari out. The SF90 is the product of decades of obsession, innovation, and, let's be honest, pure Italian stubbornness. It's the first Ferrari you can drive in silence, but also the first to launch you from 0 to 60 in just 2 seconds flat. All right, let's start this ultimate power showdown. First up, the icon, the Ferrari SF90 Stradale, an Italian masterpiece tipping the scales at just over 3,400 pounds, powered by a screaming twin-turbo V8 and 3 electric motors working in perfect harmony. That's a total punch of 986 horsepower, 0 to 60, just 2 seconds flat. Top speed, a blistering 211 miles per hour. And if you want one in your garage, you'll need a cool $525,000. Now, the BYD U9 Xtreme. This newcomer is turning the supercar world upside down. 4 electric motors, 1 for each wheel, delivering a jaw-dropping combined output of 3,000 horsepower. And the top speed? An earth-shattering 308.4 miles per hour. Price tag? Around $650,000. The Ferrari carries 75 years of racing heritage and Italian soul. The BYD? It's barely 2 years old and already making legends sweat. So, which would you choose? The legacy of Maranello or the electric future that's rewriting the rulebook? Let's start with what everyone's here for: horsepower. The BYD U9 Xtreme has more power than 3 Ferraris stacked together. This isn't just a flex, it's a revolution. 4 motors, each controlling a wheel, means the U9 Xtreme can put down all that power instantly. 0 lag, just pure, neck-snapping acceleration. But the SF90's 986 horsepower isn't just a number. It's the result of a twin-turbo V8 and 3 electric motors working in perfect harmony. They engineered a system where the combustion engine and electric motors dance together, filling each other's gaps. The result? Power that's always available, always controllable, always thrilling. Acceleration showdown. The BYD U9 Xtreme 0 to 60 is not officially declared, but it will be under 2 seconds. But the Ferrari SF90? It does it in 2.0 seconds flat. That's hypercar territory. But the magic is how it gets there. Years of Formula One tech, perfect weight distribution, and launch control systems that have been tested at the highest level. Technology. This is where the philosophies really split. The BYD U9 Xtreme is a technological moonshot. Its blade battery tech is safer, lighter, and more powerful than anything on the road. And that D-Seuss X suspension? It's not just active, it's acrobatic. The car can jump, bounce, and literally drive on 3 wheels if it needs to. And then, there's the 1200-volt electrical system. This isn't just about faster charging. It means more efficient power delivery, less heat, and more consistent performance lap after lap. The Ferrari SF90 counters with the E-Menatino system, a single dial that transforms the car from silent city cruiser to track weapon. The hybrid system is so seamless, you forget you're driving a hybrid at all. The car's software manages everything, from regenerative braking to torque vectoring, making you feel like a driving god. Track performance. On paper, the BYD U9 Xtreme should destroy any track. More power, more grip, more everything. And with a Nürburgring lap time of 6 minutes 59.157 seconds, it's officially in the Hypercar club. The margin isn't as huge as you'd expect, because track performance isn't just about numbers. It's about balance, weight transfer, and the kind of feedback that only comes from decades of racing experience. The Ferrari SF90 was born on the track. Every curve, every vent, every line was tested and refined to perfection. The SF90's lap times are the result of generations of racing DNA. Ferrari themselves have not publicized a Nürburgring time for the SF90. Some unverified claims suggest a lap of 6 minutes and 57 seconds. Now let's talk about what really turns heads: the design. The BYD U9 Xtreme looks like it was teleported straight from the year 2040. Razor-sharp angles cut through the air, with aggressive LED light. Every single surface serves a purpose, whether it's channeling air, reducing drag, or just making your jaw hit the floor. This car doesn't just show up, it announces that the future has arrived. But then, there's the Ferrari SF90. This is Italian design at its absolute peak. Every curve, every vent, every line has been sculpted with surgical precision. The SF90 is aggressive, no doubt, but it carries itself with an elegance that only comes from decades of design evolution. It doesn't need to scream for attention. It commands it, quietly, with pure confidence. Real-world performance. The BYD U9 Xtreme might have the heart of a beast, but it's shockingly civilized in traffic. Instant torque means effortless overtakes, and the silent electric drive lets you cruise through the city like a stealth bomber. Adaptive air suspension soaks up potholes, and the cabin tech makes gridlock almost enjoyable. Plus, with over 300 miles of range, you're not chained to the charger. The Ferrari SF90, it can waft through town in full electric mode, drawing zero attention, until you tap the throttle and the V8 roars to life. The ride is firmer, the steering is sharper, and every moment behind the wheel reminds you, you're driving a thoroughbred. Cost and exclusivity. Let's talk cash. The BYD U9 Xtreme, with all its bleeding-edge tech, comes in at around $650,000. For that, you get nearly 3,000 horsepower, hypercar performance, and exclusivity. Because good luck finding one outside China anytime soon. Maintenance, minimal. Electric motors don't need oil changes, and BYD's battery warranty is industry-leading. The Ferrari SF90? You're looking at over $500,000 before options. But you're not just buying a car, you're buying a badge, an invitation to the world's most exclusive events, and a slice of Italian history. Maintenance isn't cheap, but for many owners, that's part of the charm. And let's not forget, Ferraris hold their value like few others. The SF90 is already being called a future classic. The BYD U9 Xtreme and the Ferrari SF90 are both masterpieces, but for totally different reasons. One represents the unstoppable rise of electric hypercars. The other is the ultimate evolution of a legacy brand embracing the future without forgetting the past. If you crave numbers, innovation, and want to shock the world, the BYD U9 Xtreme is your ride. If you want soul, heritage, and to own a piece of automotive royalty, the SF90 is your dream. So, which would you choose? The boundary-breaking BYD U9 Xtreme or the iconic Ferrari SF90? Drop your pick in the comments below and tell us why. Smash that subscribe button, hit the bell, and join the Luxury Vibes family for your VIP pack pass to the world's most insane automotive battles.